It's Rebel! I actually know what I heard about. But we are talking
2.0.
2.0.
Which is something we haven't chatted about in a while.
The reason why is because this guy doesn't like it anymore. I like it.
That is not true.
I love it. He hates it.
I do not.
He has said it hands down. He said, I can't stand this game right now. It makes me crazy. I don't want to play it anymore. I don't even get excited about playing it.
I'm just waiting for more stuff to be
That's why he's bailed every Thursday night for Xwing. For the last month and a half to 2 months, he hasn't shown up for Xwing because he's bailing because he's not.
I showed up once. Right now,
the tournament. That's correct.
Yeah,
One.
I showed up for a tournament. Well, I mean, come on. I only bought the Scum upgrades. I did not get.
I only bought the Rebel upgrade.
I didn't get the Galactic Empire and what is it?
Neither did I. I didn't buy Scum.
I just got Scum.
Didn't buy Galactic.
I did not buy the Scum.
And I'm still playing.
I did not buy the Scum Millennium Falcon. I didn't do that either. I just kind of bought the basics.
You should have bought a Millennium Falcon. You probably get somebody who doesn't own it.
No.
Go figure.
No, because it doesn't interest me. I'm looking forward to the mining craft coming out. I think Scum will get more interesting with that little mining TIE fighter. I'm looking forward to that. That'll drive that up.
I've heard this before.
And I'm looking forward to the release of the Resistance.
I've heard this before.
Well, no, because when
before 2.0 came out, you know what? I can't wait to 2.0 because it's going to be good. I'm going to get involved.
And it is good.
I'm waiting for my Scum ability. I'm going to be playing it all the time. And what is it? We're about 3.5 months in, and he's played maybe 10 times. Maybe.
Well, no, hey, in my defense, I like rogue builds. I don't fly what everybody's building on the net. I like my own builds. And unfortunately, with the first wave release, it's like you have option 1, 2, 3 for your ships. It's just like the Rebels. No.
Hey, the tournaments at Bastion's games, and every week that we play Thursday, we play the extended version all the time. Yeah. So he can play any ship he so wishes from the Scum and Villainy.
Yeah, but
he just wishes just not to play it.
No, it's
or show up.
It's just the upgrade cards. You used to sit down and you had like just this humongous pool of upgrade cards to customize and design something fun to play.
All I hear is whining.
And now I sit down and I've got 3 cards to choose from.
I just hear whining. It's just whining over there.
And it is whining, but it is.
All I hear is whining.
I'm looking forward to Resistance and First Order because that's going to bring some more ships going into play.
Guess who's going to be talking about First Order? The Rebel guy. Why? Why is the Rebel guy talking about First Order? Because he's
Resistance.
Like, I'm playing Resistance, so I'm going to say I'm going to announce the Resistance.
Before 2.0 came out, they came out with those bombers. The Rebel bombers, whatever they were, the giant V-wings bombing this. I love those things. And because of that, I will be doing Resistance.
Technically speaking, it was Alex that loved them first, and you just followed suit.
I had 2 before he did.
It doesn't matter.
What matters.
It doesn't matter. Alex, one of our Night Ravens, came up with this, I'm going to fly 3 of those. And then, I would say probably about a month and a half, 2 other Night Ravens decided, you know what? I'm going to fly 3 of those. Who were they? Jared Evans and Zaku.
Yeah.
So both of these guys started flying them. Now he's trying to claim it. Well,
they're a lot of fun.
He's trying to claim. Well, this is what I wanted. That's what I've always wanted to do.
They're a lot of fun. And in
Alex
1.0,
you started something that is yours, 100% solely. He is not claiming it. I will not allow him to claim it, Alex. That's yours.
Anyways, Resistance I'm looking forward to. And I got Ray back.
Oh, yes.
The only Millennium Falcon period I like to fly, Ray. I don't like any other Millennium Falcon.
So,
I am that picky. It's just not.
Ray is 80 points.
Yeah, which is 40 in 1.0. That's not.
You know what? I want to get from the comparing to 1.0.
Well, I'm just saying 80 points isn't that bad for Ray.
She's more expensive. To be honest with you, they have definitely, with the release of the First Order and the Resistance,
Which is supposed to officially be in the stores this Thursday.
Supposed to be out this week before Christmas.
Thursday. It's supposed to be in the stores.
They're supposed to be in the stores. The costs of the first order are not cheap either, actually. Our friend Kylo Ren, who I utterly despise because I think his ship and his abilities in 1.0 were just utterly busted.
No, they weren't.
Oh, they were totally busted. So Kylo Ren is 82 points. He holds the Force, Tech, Torpedoes, Missiles, and Modifications. So he does lose something from 1.0, which I don't have my 1.0 stuff with me. But he is not...
I think he's basically the same fish. But he has that Force thing, so that's just...
The Force thing is... what everybody's been playing it long enough. So if any pilot had an elite pilot skill, which now they call it talent, it's been reverted to anybody who's had the Force. The talent skill gets removed and the Force takes its place. So I'm kind of interested to see what is going to exactly take part, because I'm also anxious to see if the new Force cards that they're coming out with, because I don't have the resistance on me at this present moment, and First Order has no resistance, no Jedi stuff.
It's almost like an evil plan. But
the resistance will have some new Force cards, because the First Order, looking at it, does not have or has not added any Force cards to the pool. So if there's any Force cards that's been added, because I don't have the list, it would be on the Rebels.
Well, I'm looking at the Resistance side. And, I mean, for the upgrade cards, again, not a whole lot to play with. You're going to get the black one.
Their new Force token right there is new Force.
Yeah, I know, but so
what's the new Force card?
It's an integrated S foil. Ooh, and that's not Force. That is configuration.
Oh, is that the configuration?
Yeah, there is no Force card here.
Okay, so Fantasy Flight.
Well, no,
I have a small consideration.
The Force will be on the character card.
Yes, but I'm kind of curious. Are all we playing with is 4 Force cards for 2 waves? That just doesn't make sense to me. Why would we only have 2 waves? Waves 1 and 2, and there's no new Force cards being released in
What
Wave 2.
other Force cards?
I don't know what other Force cards there be, but I think there should be other Force cards released that should be used for Force abilities.
Ray's going to have... I think the Force abilities are printed on the character's cards.
There's always Force. What I'm saying is the actual upgrade cards. Like, for instance, Luke can get that one card from the upgrade cards, right? That you can get with him, or well, with anybody, I guess. Where is it?
Well, Darth Vader has one too, does he not?
The upgrade card.
Yeah, we're high tech today, people.
So the Force that you didn't copy any of those ones down? Well, what's giving you? Anyways, I can't find it on here because it doesn't look like he's copied
Because I thought the Force abilities were actually printed on the character.
It might be on the generic cards into that one.
No,
in that section over there. There's so many generics.
There is there? I don't see it.
Well. Anyways, all I'm saying is we're not talking about those factions. What we're talking about is Resistance and the First Order. But with the Force. So, Force characters in the First Order, there's one.
Right.
And in the First Order, there's only Kylo.
Yeah,
that's it.
Kylo and Rey. Which is fine, because I'm finding the Force on Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader to be annoying.
Actually, I really like the abilities. I think it's definitely made.
Of course you do.
It's definitely made Luke a much more viable pilot.
It actually makes him worth flying. Before he was nothing but.
Yes, I agree. The Force has definitely made him worth flying more, which is fantastic. I still feel that Darth Vader is way too strong with the fact, and then he has Force on top of his double tap and stuff. Now it's just a little bit wonky. But anyways, and his upgrade card is just as bad. But
Resistance is set up so that if you want 3 bombers, you really have no more than
so they
11 points for upgrades.
They've increased the costs to the point where you're you used to be able to fly 4 bombers. They were each 25 in 24 or 23. 23 or 24 in 1.0. They now have released them, and the most that you can fly is 3. That's bare bones. And if you want to put anything on them, you're only going to be able to fly 2.
Yeah.
So that kind of, that makes them, depending on what their pilot abilities are, which we do not have here, but it depends on what their pilot abilities are and how well the dial is, or if the dial's changed in the 2.0 version.
The interesting thing is to get two gunners.
Well, they should. They had one up top and one on the bottom in the movies.
Yeah,
so
but it'll be interesting to see how that works.
So giving them a double gunner is not a bad idea, but again...
But we're not going to go into great detail what's on them, because I think for the most part, everybody's checked that out already.
Is there any generic...
I noticed...
Is there any generic... There's no generic...
There's generics here.
Cards.
Yeah,
no upgrade cards. There's no generic upgrade cards.
Integrated S-foils. No,
it's not generic. They're all faction specific.
Heroic. Oh, I can't even say that right now. And that Pharaoh's, what is it? Prosperous Page or whatever.
No, they're all faction specific upgrade cards.
Oh yeah. Well, they're just.
So there is no new cards being added to the pool for the other factions.
No.
What the junk? Really?
Well, you'll have to buy the ships that are coming out.
No. Like the ships are there, but there's.
No, but I'm talking. I'm talking like the minor. The minor.
Yeah, but those ships that are coming out, they're not going. If this is what's being released, those ships are not going to have those upgrade cards.
No.
So they're not going to have anything in them that's generic. Well, there might be some generic stuff in there that you've already have, but this is crazy. There's no new generic upgrade cards added with the new ones. No. Zero upgrades. That's interesting. That is really interesting. So, for First Order, the ships that are being released for the First Order, I'm not going to go through a whole whack of them because everybody knows that we're all waiting for.
Resistance is easy. You got the bomber,
the TIE FO, the TIE Special Forces, the TIE Silencer, the Epsilon class shuttle.
Yeah.
And that's it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships.
Well, it's the same for Resistance. You got your T-70 Xwing.
No, they've added the A-wing.
Well, yeah, that gives them their fourth. They got the T-70. They got the YT 1300. They have the new A-wing,
which looks really good, by the way.
Yeah, it looks promising. It's got 2 talent slots on it.
And it's got a tech slot.
Yeah, tech slot
and the missiles.
Yeah, the missiles. And then you got the big bombers. So
it's going to be interesting to see.
I still think the T-70s are better than the new T-65s.
Well, what's on
they have the S-foils, and they were just the better ship in the first place.
Yeah, but the question is what are those dials going to be holding compared to what the 65s are? The question is what the dial is going to be. Did they actually change the dial for the XT70? We don't know. I haven't seen any new dials on the go for it. So the T65 Xwing, there is let's just take the top pilot is Luke, right, in the Rebels, and he's got the Force, he's got a torpedo, he's got an astromech, he's got the modification slot, and he has the configuration slot. Yeah. Their top pilot is Poe
Dameron, and he
has everything he had last time.
Yeah, talent. He's got the S-foil thing now.
He always had that. He always had the config.
Oh, did he?
And he's got the tech slot.
Yeah, so I still say it's a better ship.
I think it is actually. They already knew they were going to be. It doesn't have a listen. Sorry, I looked at the wrong one. And it has a title.
What are you going to buy out of the stuff being released?
Well, I own enough T70s, so Xwings.
Yeah, I think I saved some.
I don't need to buy any T70s. I will probably end up buying, and I don't need another 1300 because I have enough Millennium Falcons. I'll probably buy a couple of the A-Wings, and I may buy one more bomber.
Ooh.
Just because I want to.
Just because I did it, now he has to.
Just because I want to make sure if I ever do decide to run, or if
are you gonna invest in
the boys that I play with, my girlfriend's boys, they decide to play, and they want to play the Resistance Bombers. One of us will have it so they can play if they want.
You gonna invest in the First Order at all?
No, not even. I could care less.
Yeah.
I am not, and never ever will be, Empire, Galactic, whatever you want to call it, Order. All the more power to everybody else that does play it, though. I'll be honest with you, their stuff looks pretty good. And it is definitely going to be an interesting slot. They have a pilot by the name of Midnight, who's new, obviously, because he's the first time I've heard about him. I haven't heard about a Midnight before. He's their top pilot in the TIE-FO. And he has the modification slot, the tech slot, and a talent. He's 44 cost. So that's their top pilot. The next one down from that is Commander Malorus. So, and of course, everybody's most favorite two pilots in the SF TIE Fighter is our friends Quick Draw and Backdraft. They're being released in the SF. Now, the SF only has 4 pilots. So it's got Backdraft and it's got Quick Draw. And then it has Omega Squadron and then the Zeta Squadron. Other than that, that's all that sits for that. The TIE-FO has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 named pilots and 3 no-named, just squadron pilots. So 8, 9, it's looking at 11 different pilots for the TIE-FOs. The TIE Silencer, which our friend Ken likes to play Blackout. He refuses to play Kylo.
I think Blackout is still the better ship.
So they have Kylo, Blackout, Recoil, Avenger, First Order Test Pilot, and the Senior Jamis Engineer. So they have got a new pilot, so one more added to the Silencer, with 6 pilots in general. So obviously this Senior Jamis Engineer is the most cheapest with 56 points. And then the Epsilon has also got 6 pilots. So it's sitting at Captain Cardinal, Major Stryden, Lieutenant Tavson, Lieutenant Dormitz, Petty Officer Thenneson, and Starkiller Base Pilot, which everybody's familiar with. That's a generic pilot. But the majority of their pilots are unique in the Epsilon as well.
Oh, when it comes out, I'll be buying Resistance as well. I will not be buying any of the new A-Wings. I'm not going to bother with that. I mean, I look at...
Oh, yeah, you'll buy one.
No, I won't.
He'll buy one? I'll tell you why he'll buy one. Because he'll look at it, he'll see it, and he'll say, that is cool, and he'll buy one.
No.
Now
that these ships are almost $30 a pop each...
Oh, you'll buy one.
No, I won't. I would like a couple of the new mining ships that are coming out. I like the fact that they can fly over asteroids and ignore them. No. You know, you've got enough T-70s here to mix up with...
How many pilots are there now with the T-70s?
Oh, Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12.
There's 12 pilots?
Yeah, 12 pilots.
Is any of our favorites still on there, besides Poe?
I don't know. I never flew them in the past.
Let's see. So... Oh, Jessica Pava's there. She is the only other one that I recognize. And Ninnum.
Well, there you go. But you got enough pilots there. If I get the upgrade kit, which should only be $30, 25 too much. $30. I've got enough ships in the bombers and the Falcons and then the Xwings. I'll play that faction and see how I like it. But like I said, when the new wave comes out, I want a couple of the mining ships because I think they're going to add some fun to the scum.
So the interesting thing about these two ships, on your opinion anyways, because you seem to have taken the resistance side of things, I can't see all that over there.
Yeah.
The resistance seems to have a lot of chances of abilities to put on their pilots, which is really good. The Epsilon class is pretty much a max out. The Epsilon class shuttle has 3 crew slots. 3 crew slots. I don't think there's any other shuttle that has that many crew slots. 3?
It's almost like the Imperial bus.
The Imperial.
Remember the house too?
Oh, the Decimator? Well, no, doesn't the Decimator have?
No, for the scum.
Yeah.
Remember the Houndstooth? It was the party bus.
Yeah. That's
well, now Imperial's got their own party bus.
yes, but doesn't? No, I'm trying to think which other ones would have 3 crew slots.
Well, maybe what's the other shuttle?
Nope, Decimator only has 2.
The Decimator's not the other shuttle.
No, you mean the Lambda? Lambda's only got 2.
Well, there you go.
So
they kind
what
of
about the Scum? The Scum one has
the Houndstooth.
Yeah, the Houndstooth. Does it have 3 pilots?
Oh, it used to. I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Houndstooth. We should probably all know this off by heart, but I don't.
I don't play Scum, so I have no clue. That's why I had to check. But I know that the Rebels do not have any pilot or anything that's 3.
Yep, it still has 3.
So the 2 ships on in the sets that have 3 crew is the Houndstooth and the Epsilon class shuttle. I really like playing the Epsilon class shuttle.
Well, I'm curious who's going to be the first to come out with its own Epsilon party bus.
Well, it depends what the pilot abilities are.
You throw Luke, Kylo, and Palp on the same shuttle.
You can't throw Luke in. Can't mix Luke in with them.
Not Luke. Kylo.
Oh my goodness.
Kylo Ren, and Darth Vader. That's what I was thinking of. And Palpatine.
Can't put Darth Vader in there.
Why not?
Darth Vader is galactic. You can't put him in the First Order.
What characters do they have to put in there?
Oh, suckers!
Oh man! Well, there's got to be some way to make a party bus for the First Order, and then just have a schmeg load of fighters out there.
For their upgrade cards. Oh, they have Captain Phasma.
There you go, Captain Phasma.
And they have General Hux.
And Hux.
And they have Supreme Leader Snook.
He's supposed to be kick-ass, but he's 2 guys on his own.
Yes, as well as Petty Officer Benassi is also 2 crew.
But do they have enough single crews with 3?
Yeah. No. They have 2. Well, they do have 3. They do have 3. Like Kylo Ren's crew card.
Yeah.
General Hux and Captain Phasma.
So party bus.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Oh yes, I guess you can, as long as you don't fly Kylo. Yeah, I guess.
Party bus. I actually now I see something that now slightly interests me because there are generic pilots you can put on there too.
That's just fly the shuttle.
That just add things.
So they have a total of 5 in the upgrade cards. They have a total of 5 pilots or crew cards. They have 1 gunner card. They have 1 talent card, and they have 2 tech slots. So, really, to be honest with you, the First Order is really going to be struggling, other than the fact that they have the generics that they can use, like the regular generic cards that we already use.
Party bus.
Everything else. So,
So,
anyways.
I'm saying with 3 crew, we're definitely going to have an Evil Access party bus. And we could put a schmeg load of ties around it just to be annoying. Because this thing hurts. This thing, it's not fast.
It rolls through
but
that.
It hurt at 4.
Oh, that's right, 4. Yes.
This thing.
I don't know what the new one does.
Because I like flying it in 1.0. I would fly that.
I've flew in 1.0.
And like two of the Lambdas on either side. And now that the Lambdas have rear arc, I'm not buying into those factions.
I think this guy's got a rear arc.
Yeah. you know what? Party bus.
I'll be honest with you. We'll see what's going to happen, but with 4 ships for both factions being released, and very little upgrade cards that are faction specific, which means they'll be using a lot of the generic cards that we already use. So cards that we're familiar with. Depending on what Captain Phasm, General Hux, Kylo Ren.
Well, this one has Rose and some page.
Yeah,
Tycho.
You know what?
It's got a couple things.
Why is Rose Tycho in there?
Because she's Finn's little hot flash. Why not?
Oh my word!
Why else?
I can't do it.
It's the only love story I've ever seen that starts and ends in less than 15 minutes. But anyway.
I'm going to sacrifice myself. And she takes hers and talks about it. That's the whole love story. Great story.
It was absolute art in motion.
It was the best.
But anyway, she got her card in that Xwing game.
It's got her card.
So, but yeah, no.
Oh man,
Resistance is definitely going to be a raid.
I think she's like a Jar Jar Binks.
No.
Annoying.
No. Nobody is Jar Jar Binks.
You know what? When they come out with Clone Wars, I would love to see like Jar Jar Binks. That would be great. That would be great. Doing something stupid crazy. That would be fantastic.
No.
I would fly it just for the heck of it. Just to have some fun with it.
No.
Jar Jar Binks.
You're going to have your video.
Lisa. Oh, anyways.
Hyperspace.
Yes. So
all the Resistance is Hyperspace legal,
and so is all of the First Order. Here's the funny thing. I look at the Rebel ships. Okay, so only thing that's legal in Hyperspace with the Rebel ships is the U-wing, but
there's got to be more than a U-wing.
Only certain U-wing pilots can be used, not all of them. Okay.
There's got to be more than a U-wing.
I wasn't finished.
Okay, I'm just saying.
The YT-1300, which is the Millennium Falcon, and you have a few of the astromechs that will be legal. You have the two configurations they have, which is the U-wing and the T-65. They're legal. The crew slots will only be Chewbacca, Lando, Leia, Magva, Ninnum, R2-D2, and Saw Gerrera. And for gunners, they'll only be able to use Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Selfless, you'll only be able to use Selfless for the talent. And the Millennium Falcon title will be the only title card that you'll be able to use. So you won't be able to use the Phantom, Motley Crew, Ghost, or the Outrider in Hyperspace. Then you have all the T-65s. Every pilot in the T-65 is eligible, so you can play anybody you want. And the B-wing pilots, the Y-wing pilots, all of them are legal, so you can play Nora and all them. And so that's it. That's all.
Well, that's a lot, but I don't get why they zap some things. The aggressors, no. Why not? Why not? The Y wing.
For scum.
No.
No, I put that in scum, eh?
No. Why not? That's silly. I mean, you get the Millennium Falcon, and you get the dumb little escape craft that I don't like. It's the ugliest looking model on the planet. Oh, that just drives me bonkers. You get the Fang Fighters, so that's good, because Fen Rao not being allowed in the tournament would just make the tournament a waste of time. You got to allow Fen Rao to be there. Fire Sprays are there. Again, Fire Sprays are there, aggressors are not. I don't understand that.
For the galactic side.
No, let me finish.
Oh, you want to finish that one?
Oh, I got lots. Yeah.
Oh, deal. Okay, good.
The Starfighters? No.
You can't play the Star Vipers?
Starfighters.
Oh, the Starfighters.
You
Oh,
know,
the Alpha
G3,
class.
the G3A. Like, who flies them anyway, so who cares?
I did.
Oh, okay. The Hawks? No. Because they're a threat. Okay.
You can't play the Hawk?
The Jump Masters? No. What? No jump. Those Karazi Fighters?
Kirax?
Yeah. No.
You can't play the Kirax fighters?
You can't fly the Kirax Fighters. Why not? I mean, they were never really a threat in the game at any time. They're fun to play. I love them. But, really? The Lancer class Pursuit Craft. Oh, that's your favorite.
No.
You love that ship.
Please tell me that says no.
Yep. No.
I'm okay with that one.
Last regional, you played, what, 4 or 5 builds in a row? That was nothing but those
Okay,
ships.
regionals, I played 5 games in regionals. Out of those 5 games, 4 were Lancer class cruisers. 4! What?
And they made your life wonderful, didn't they?
Oh yeah, it's just fantastic.
My M12s, no. Like, they've annihilated all my playlists. And I'm looking forward to Hyperspace. I just don't know what in God's name I'll be flying.
You'll fly Ray.
I'll fly Ray. I don't want to fly Ray. I want to fly Scum.
Says you.
The little M3A interceptor things?
Probably no.
No. But you get the modified tie. The modified tie?
The new one?
That makes sense. It says modified tie LN fighter. That would have to be the new one, yeah.
Yeah.
The new ship, the new tie.
Yeah, that would be eligible. Why wouldn't that be eligible? Being released in 2.0 as an actual 2.0 ship.
Okay, but you can't fly the little M3A fighters. Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. The quad jet, because everybody knows a swarm of those.
Probably not.
It's living hell.
Oh, yeah.
You can't fly those either. The Scourge the bomber, Captain Nims, he ain't coming to the party either. No. Star Vipers, only like almost everybody's favorite ship to fly for Scum. Everybody loves flying Star Vipers. They bounce around. They're a lot of fun. They're not coming to Hyperspace either. They're not invited to the party. Oh, let's see here. The party bus itself. No.
No Hounds 2.
No Hounds 2.
Oh, what a shame. No Jabba the Hutt.
Z95s? No.
What? You can't have a headhunter?
You can't have any Z95s. So far, let's see. We can have the new tie. Better be damn good. And we can have a YT-13. Well, that's great. So every build can have a Millennium Falcon at the same tournament. And let's see, Escape Craft, some Fang Fighters. You get like 4 or 5 ships out of all of these that you can
Yeah, well, there's only 4 or 5 ships with the Rebels I can play too.
So, I mean, the good thing is...
The thing is I think they're doing 4 ships because they're trying to match the First Order and the Resistance, who only also have 4 ships.
This is like 6-7 months away for us.
I understand that.
They will have other ships out by that time.
Right, which I'm looking forward to, those ships will have 4 out as well. So all the factions will only allowed to be able to play with 4
upgrade cards. All 3 mechs for Scum. No. You're allowed some of the crew, except they got rid of 000 and 4 long. And got rid of the good ones. Cad Bane is gone. Visgo gone. IG-88D is gone. No wonder they got rid of all of his ships. Kitsu Ono is gone. Razi's gone. Maul is gone. Plot is gone.
I don't think anybody plays Maul.
Zuckuss is gone.
Oh, what a shame.
Jabba the Hutt, no party for him. Han Solo's there, but I think Han Solo's in every faction?
Yeah.
Bosak, no. BT1, no. Dengar, no. Greedo, no. Fearless, yes. Well, you have to because you got the Fang Fighters. Lando's Millennium is still there. IG's gone. Marauder and the Fire Spray cards will be there, as well as the Slave 1. Miss Hunter's not there, obviously. Molded Crow, like you said, Punishing 1. Shadowcaster, Havoc. Virage, Hounds, like, wow.
Well, so I think what's happening is, I'm not going to go over the Galactic, but the Galactic, I'm pretty sure, also only have 4 ships that are eligible.
Well, what are the 4 ships, though?
That'll be eligible?
Yeah.
It'll probably be the TIE Fighter.
You have the TIE Strikers.
The Strikers, the TIE Fighter.
The TIE Reaper.
And the Reaper. And
the TIE Advance.
Yep.
So Darth Vader's there.
That's it. Those are the ones you'll be able to fly.
That's 3 ships.
4.
Okay, TIE Advance.
Yep.
TIE Reaper.
That's 2. The regular TIE, which is 3. The regular TIE, which is 3.
Yeah.
And then you'll have the... Yeah, there's 4.
Oh, yeah, you got the TIE Striker, the TIE Reaper, the TIE Advance.
So what they've done is, because the Resistance and the First Order only have 4 ships, which means the Republic and the Separatists will only have 4 ships. By the time Hyperspace comes around, they are limiting the amount of ships that can partake in Hyperspace due to the fact that they want all factions on an even keel. So that's pretty sure that's why it's happening, even though all of us X-Wingers are probably saying this is a bunch of malarkey.
Well, it's not that. It's just that the choices that they made for some of the factions, I would rather erase them and choose another ship in there.
They're all ships. Okay, all the ships that they've chosen to put in Hyperspace are all ships that have been released in 2.0. They're all ships that have been released in 2.0. Ones that are in the new 2.0 box. Stuff that are not in the new 2.0 box are not released yet.
You know what? When you're logical, you're no fun. You know, I understand what they're doing for Hyperspace, but I don't think that they need to slaughter the upgrade cards quite like they are.
No.
Because what I can see is Hyperspace, with the limitations of different builds, whoever shows up playing Resistance, there's only going to be one build they bring because the rest will be crap. There'll only be one Scum Villainy worth taking. There'll only be one Galactic Empire worth taking.
Somebody will mix it up.
No, because you're so limited on the builds. You're not going to get 2 or 3 good builds out of what you have to choose with. You're just not. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I think you're in a way you might be right, and in a way you're wrong. For the simple fact is, you'll see TIE Swarms, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff like that happening. I do believe you're going to see it. You are going to see a lot. You will see TIE Swarms because it's simple. If you look at the lists on all the lists sitting in front of us here, all the ships that have been legal for Hyperspace are all ships that are in the 2.0 black
That's
boxes.
Fine, but if it's going to be Swarms that are the main killer, then it's going to be who?
There'll be Swarms. You'll probably see like a bunch of Xwing battles. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think the reason why another reason they did is they like to see the actual game in the hands of the rest of Xwing players, with this mass amount of big events going on, where they'll be able to see how everybody juggles the lists and what builds come out on top. So,
again, you're being logical.
in January, we've also been told in January that prices and costs of certain things are going to be going up.
On what?
On costs of they revamp pilots and cards and all that stuff. So in January they look at that. So before we say hasta la vista for the evening, the one thing I do want to touch base on is the app. So the Xwing Star Wars app that Fantasy Flight came out with is really good, and it's finally starting to work normal. But they're supposedly using someone else's app that Fantasy Flight has approved for people to use. I do not know the name of it. I am sorry.
Why don't you bring it up then? Sorry,
it's just another app that I know that's been approved. It's all over the webpage. You can probably find it easily. But the thing that the reason I brought up the app was because I think that they should, before next week came, they should be already releasing the resistance and the first order into the app, so people can start building loadouts and figuring things out when the ships are legal, instead of releasing it. Because what will happen is, like I told you earlier this evening, what will happen is they'll release it like they did everything else, and then a week and a half later, they'll release the app.
Well,
or the upgrade.
What I don't get, though, is they've already released the ship's details in here, so put it on your app.
Well, that's what I mean. So for me, it makes no sense to me why they would be holding off on the app. No one's going to be flying them. Or if they do, they're doing it for fun. So, I mean, and really, to be honest with you, if someone really honestly wants to fly a first order or a resistance, they're going to do it anyways. Because there's people out there that find all this stuff and print it out anyways. So, you might as well just release it and let people play it.
Actually, that would be a good policy for FFG to take on. That 1 week before the release of a ship, they put it on the app. The worst that's going to happen is you're going to get people interested in your product.
Or they're going to start building loadouts with it and start figuring out what they can do. Instead of, oh, the new stuff's out, now I'm going to insert it into something, like, because I got to play Xwing the next day. So it gives them a week to mull over their loadout.
And you have to remember, this is a Thursday release. And Schwabi's Xwing events are on a Thursday.
Well, mine are. But mine are on a Thursday, but there's a bunch also in Vancouver that also play on Thursdays. So my question, again, is why would you not just simply release everything the way it should be released? So release the app. It's not going to kill you. Seriously, it's not. Just release it. It's simple. Let them look at the ships. They can mull over it. They can figure out what they're going to do and go from there. Instead of saying, hey, we're going to make sure you guys don't have it until we have it all out. Oh, but we'll release it a week after. What? So, you want, like, you release it ahead of time, people get excited about it, they buy your product. Makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
I would like the app to have the product right now.
That's what I would say. Yeah, I would like the app to have it right now. And it's not like you can't do it, because you probably already have it all set up. You just have to push a little button and go, boop, and have the app upgraded.
Well, the other thing of the app, I will just bring it up right here really quick. And
there's events and stuff inside your app that you can use now that I got started using for return.
I think the app builder should have something that says Hyperspace. And you go to choose a build for Hyperspace, and it just brings in the cards allowed for Hyperspace.
Or regionals, or...
Yeah, if they've got regionals, on the app builder, just have a selection for squad build, regionals. And it just right there tells you what you can and can't have. I mean, this stuff being released on paper so we can read it is fine, but the app should just be integrated in the app. Squad builder, choose game mode, I want Hyperspace legal. Bam. And that lets me just build a Hyperspace legal. So, I mean, to be honest, I don't have a whole lot of issues with the app.
You know what? I think the app, they did have issues with it when they
We're
first
just sharing
released it.
some ideas that should maybe be expanded upon.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest with you, I feel that the app is working out really well. There are still a few guys out there that refuse to use the app. But I'll be honest with you, I think that they've done a really good job.
It does what it's supposed to. But
it does what it does, and it works really well. And from what I heard, you're supposed to be able, the other thing that's supposed to be on that app is tournaments. So you're supposed to be able to do stuff with the tournaments, and I haven't been able to find it on the app yet. Where you can log into the app, and you get tournament stuff. So unless there's another way for me to up it, I'm going to have to find out. Maybe I have to be upgraded. So if anybody knows that information, I would highly appreciate it if you would email us at CTG Crimson Core Tabletop Gaming, our Facebook page. Put a message on there. Email us. Let us know so that we can, that I can.
I don't see anything.
I don't see it either, so that's why I'm asking. because maybe all of our fans out there could actually have some information that we are unable to access that they know of.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool if they kept a database when every time you did a store tournament, those results got sent in?
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Have a giant database.
You're supposed to do that.
Yeah,
the way it's supposed to work now is you're supposed to launch your. When you go to a tournament now, you're supposed to have your loadouts printed out.
Yeah, so they can
on those pieces of paper, and then when you print that loadout, it goes to FFG's database. They can look at that loadout, study it, and figure out what they're, if it's loadout that's becoming more and more.
Well, in your case, they could print it out and then laugh at it over coffee.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree. Because I can't win. But this logic is end for the night. Rebels!
Anyways, if you stuck through all of this, thank you very much.
Rebels!
And, I think we're going to start putting up more Xwing videos. We got to get back on track on this. Anyways, you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you later. Bye.